Along with the introduction of natural language tagging in version 3, we've also made some improvements to both the scan and import views. Let's take a look at both. So here's the new scan screen. I'll go over each element quickly and then hit on how they work together. First, on the top right, the close button is just the same as previous versions. Just tap on it to go back to the gallery. Below it is the new capture button. After you set the metadata for the image, you can just tap on this button to take the image. Next is the TIFF options. When everything is gray, QromaScan takes only JPEG images. Tap on it once and we capture just TIFF images. Another tap and we simultaneously capture both TIFF and JPEG. And finally, tap on it once again to return back to JPEG only. If you notice that our listening bar, which has been there since version 1, is gone, you'd be correct. We've now consolidated this function with the voice control indicator, which now does double duty. When the indicator is green, it means that things are quiet and it's the best time to give a scanning command, give a place preset, or give a person name from your vocabulary. When the indicator is amber, it either means that you're in the process of giving a command, or there are some background noises where you are that might be interfering with offline voice recognition. Never start an offline command if this indicator is amber. Just wait for it to turn green. Now with version 3, tapping on this button starts the online voice recognition system where we describe what's going on in our photos. Finally, if you tap and hold this button, you can pause the offline recognition system. This is great if you're in a noisy place and you want to avoid false recognitions. Another long press on this button and you're back to the listening mode. Below the voice control indicator is our preview box that gives you a thumbnail and an image count of all the photos you've scanned. You can tap on this button to suspend the camera function. This is good for saving battery power on your iPhone. You see, keeping the camera open drains the iPhone faster than just having the screen on. So if you need to tinker with some photos between scans, you can tap on this to pause the camera and then tap on it again to reestablish it. Next door, we have the new map view. When we detect where your photos are taken, we'll show you a preview of the location of where we're going to geotag it to. The next 3 panels are for displaying metadata. The description panel is new for version 3 and contains the transcribed description of what you tell us about the photo. By default, we embed this description into the photo into the standard description metadata field. This is a great place to put some of the story of what's going on in the photo, and once it's embedded, it becomes searchable by nearly every computer program or operating system that handles digital images. It can hold up to 2,000 characters of text, and we give you a running count so you don't go over. Below the descriptions are the people and date and place metadata fields. We use machine learning and something called linguistic parsing and the relationship manager to turn what you've told us into date, location, and people metadata. Now there are some swipe and tap gestures that you can use to control these 3 fields. First of all, if you don't want the description to be embedded into the photo, just swipe right into the description field. It will turn red and we won't embed the metadata description until you swipe right again. The first time you do voice recognition on an image, we look for things like dates, places, and people that you describe and separate them out. If later you want to add a longer description of what's going on in the photo, simply tap on this field again and the voice recognition system will open up. During the second or later sessions, we will transcribe more text to add to the description, but we won't parse it for dates, people, and locations. This is a great way to add some more of the backstory of your photos and to take advantage of the 2,000 character limit for this particular field. If you ever want to clear all of the metadata fields at once, you can either give the clear all command or swipe left in the description field and we'll wipe everything out. Tapping on the people metadata field will erase the last person added and you can just keep tapping to remove people one by one. However, if you want to get rid of everyone at once, just tap and hold on this field for longer than 1 second. If you want to clear the date and place fields, just tap on it once. If you swipe up on the metadata panels, we'll show you a list of the people that are in your vocabulary and the custom places that you saved. Both are scrollable and are a good reference. For custom places, you can see the assigned number for each place, and then when you say location plus that number in offline mode, we'll use that location to tag your photos. The last thing in this mode is the red crop box that is a replacement for the scan templates panel that we've had in the past few versions. Just single tap inside this box to cycle through some popular print sizes, and you'll see the sizes off to the right. If you need to modify this crop box to a custom size, there are 3 easy gestures you can use. First, you can pinch or zoom horizontally to change the width of the box. Pinch or zoom vertically to change just the height of the box, and pinch and zoom diagonally to change both the height and width proportionally. If you use the QromaScan slide box for scanning slides and negatives, the slide mode got a makeover too. The biggest change is that the toolbar and the metadata panels are better arranged for both slide and negative scanning. If you've properly aligned your iPhone and the crop box does not line up well with the slides, just use your finger to drag the crop box over the image. This works in photo scanning mode as well. Lastly, in photo mode, there's a nifty new map to show you where, based on what you told us, we're going to tag your photos too. And we didn't have room to do the same thing in slide negative mode, but we found another way to do it. Notice how that little map came up for just a few seconds after recognition. That shows you where we're going to locate the image to. Now, if you want to see it again, just touch and hold onto the right side of the toolbar, and we'll hold the map up just until you let go. All the other control gestures are the same as with photo mode. So that covers the new changes in the scanning interface. If you use the QromaScan Import feature, there are some changes there to take advantage of our new natural language tagging features. Let's take a quick look. First, we get the same multifunction voice control indicator as in scanning mode, and the tap gestures work exactly the same. The button to the right of it is a new feature in QromaScan 3. It's the location viewer and editor, and I'm going to just show you real quick how it works. I'm going to tag this image real quickly. So I've got my metadata, and if I tap onto this map icon, I'll get our standard location editor to come up and it will automatically go to the detected place. From there, I can fine-tune the location to be more precise if I want. I can put an address or a place name here in the search bar and go right to that point, or I can pinch, zoom, or drag my way across the map and then double tap to place a pin. When I tap on the select tag, I will geotag my photo right to that exact spot, and QromaScan will reverse look up the city, state, and country and return back to the metadata tagging screen. Finally, tapping on this green chevron will write the tags out to the image for me. So, those are the user interface changes for QromaScan version 3. If you ever run into any problems using these, or you have any more questions, please feel free to contact us at support, and we'll get back to you as quickly as we can.